It's that time of year again, guys. Rumble season is upon us. The AWF Wildcard Rumble, Saturday, May the 27th at the Phoenix Beer Company in Phoenix, Arizona. All your favorite AWF stars and the traditional annual 20-person over-the-top rope Wildcard Rumble match. Get your tickets at awflive.com and all of our socials. This one's bound to be another sellout. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. I am Gabriel Anders, and you're listening to the AWF Arizona Wrestling Federation Insider Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us this week, and just want to let you know we have a lot of news that I'm going to go ahead and bring to you here. Some special Rumble kind of not quite way too early Rumble predictions, but just some food for thought. We have some names that we are thinking on the AWF roster could very well potentially take it all. And then at the very end of the program here today, we're going to see Chubby Depp join us and hear a response to Watson and Watson's words. We had AWF Heavyweight Champion Watson join us on the podcast last week, and we had a very in-depth conversation, and Watson had a lot of very strong words, if you will, for Ricky Rayez, for the fan nation, and most importantly for Chubby Depp, and AWF officials. So I think everybody kind of he pulled no punches. That's for sure. So if you didn't catch it last week, you can hear Watson. It's on the Spotify, on the AWFlive.com website. You can hear it in the archives and kind of get a better feel for exactly what I'm referring to. And he went a bit in depth, more in depth than we'll go here today, but we'll touch on it just a little bit briefly on today's podcast. And then Chubby's going to have some words when he joins us a little bit later, to my understanding. Most importantly, some words for Ricky Rayez. So we also tried to get Ricky on the podcast. He was not available. Actually did not respond to our request. So just to advise you, an update that we had spoken about for Ricky Rayez, AWF officials have decided that his discipline as a recourse for his involvement in last month's main event at AWF Ascension. Of course, he got involved and costed Chubby Depp the championship opportunity. It wasn't so much the discipline for costing Chubby Depp as much as it was for interfering in the match and not able to, by disqualification, Watson retained the championship, but just the fact that he interfered at all and forced the match to be thrown out was grounds for a cash fine. Was handed to Ricky Rayez, to my understanding. Details have not been provided. There is no amount disclosed. However, AWF officials stated that it is significant. Lots of great stuff on the forefront. It's Rumble season. If you haven't heard already, if you haven't caught the vibe, we had our first entrant this year into the 2023 Wildcard Rumble, which is, of course, taking place May the 27th at the Phoenix Beer Company in Phoenix, Arizona. So get your tickets now. They're available at awflive.com. Front row, flying off the shelves. Get yours quick. There might be slim pickings, and we're less than a month away. So, or we're right about a month away. So there's still time, but you got to go quick, and you got to jump on and buy those front row right now if you want to make sure you get yours. Don't let them sell out on you. Family 4-packs also available. So, you get a little bit of a discount, and then general admission, in ample supply also. So make sure you pick up yours. Do not let time waste. Do not let time fly by. Ascension sold out, obviously. Triumph was pushing the boundaries the last time we were in the Phoenix Beer Company, and there's an excellent turnout for the Reckoning as well. So let's hope that ticket sales keep up, and we hope to see you guys at the Rumble. But like I said, there is the first Rumble entrant was approved by AWF officials on Sunday night. Where is the time gone? It was Sunday night, and the first entrant to be approved into the Rumble this week is Austin Cole. So the Ming himself, one half of Grit and Grace, the former AWF Tag Team Champions. So did lose the championships at the Ascension event in Phoenix at the Simple Machine Brewing Company. But it looks like he was very eager to get back into winning ways and attempt to catapult himself into the conversation for the AWF Heavyweight Championship. Austin Cole, of course, training very hard if you follow him on social media, looking to win, as everybody is, the AWF Wildcard Rumble. So more on that as it transpires, and we'll let you know more on the entrants as they are confirmed. We should be, as we head towards the weekend, should be hearing more approvals and announcements from the AWF officials as far as Rumble entrants. And big news, if you haven't heard as well, cat's out of the bag on this one. This, I believe, was Monday night. It was announced that this AWF Wildcard Rumble this year, 2023, is a big, big deal. If you haven't seen it already, there will be not 20, as is normal in a traditional AWF Wildcard Rumble. There will be 30 entrants allowed into the AWF Wildcard Rumble match this year in 2023. 30. Let me repeat, 30. There are 10 more opportunities being handed out. And of course, the prize for this year's Wildcard Rumble, as we get closer to the event, we'll have that confirmation, but it is rumored to be as is in most years, a championship opportunity to the winner of the Wildcard Rumble at a time of their choosing, as sanctioned by AWF officials. So with the Wildcard Rumble, this is a chance and an opportunity for anybody who is approved to enter the match. Of course, we've been receiving, I want to say since the beginning of the year, wrestlers far and wide from all over sending in their applications, sending in their entry requests to get into this Wildcard Rumble, because with the prize typically, before they even knew that the prize was confirmed, typically being a shot at the Arizona Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship at a time of their choosing. My understanding is we, in the AWF officials office, have received hundreds, if not bordering thousands, requests from wrestlers all over nationwide, internationally, wanting to be a part of this Wildcard Rumble match. So kudos to Austin Cole being the first approved. He was able to beat out a slew of competitors, and we'll have to see who is announced coming up next. So big news for the Wildcard Rumble. There's only been one AWF Wildcard Rumble with 30 competitors, and that was in 2021. Ironically, the debut year, the first Wildcard Rumble that Austin Cole was entered in, as many others as well, the ring broke. So I'm sure the AWF officials will be ensuring that the ring is secured and able to handle a magnitude of this type of a match with this large amount of competitors. So the last time it occurred, the ring broke. This time, I'm sure it'll be specially reinforced to withstand the magnitude of this match. So other new news before we get into our next or our first break here, the AWF Showcase will be taking place before the Rumble. So there's a pit stop before the Rumble, and it goes through the new AWF Arena in downtown Phoenix, on the other side of downtown Phoenix from the beer company. So if you want to have a little appetizer, come see the future stars of the Arizona Wrestling Federation. Those who are looking to make a name for themselves. We'll have some great debuts, as well as some talent who's just looking to compete and possibly getting a little bit of last second training before the Rumble match. Potentially, we could see some folks getting ready and prepping themselves for the Rumble match via this AWF Showcase. So talent will be announced within the next, I want to say between now and the next time we're on. We'll have some talents announced, and it's my understanding Austin Cole will be there doing just that. Getting ready for the Rumble match and whatnot. So that'll be May the 13th, again, the new AWF Arena. That is the next event coming up for the Arizona Wrestling Federation. You can get your tickets at awflive.com. And of course, this event is sponsored by the AWF Academy. So if you are looking at becoming a pro wrestler, you could end up on one of these AWF showcases, which is a gateway to AWF live events and competing in the Arizona Wrestling Federation. But we're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we're going to look at 5 individuals, competitors on the roster who could take this AWF Wildcard Rumble, and they could take it all. So we'll see. And little tip to you. No, we'll save that for after the break. So I'm Gabriel Anders. This is the AWF Insider Podcast, and we will be right back. Did you know that you can bring the action of the Arizona Wrestling Federation to your fundraiser, festival, birthday party, or private event? Wrestlers like Chubby Depp, Viva Van, Brittany Brooks, Paradox, Alric Ryder, that's right, the stars of the Arizona Wrestling Federation, wherever you want them. For more information, contact us at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com or any of our social media platforms. Wrestlers subject to availability, some blackout dates apply. Contact us for details. It's that time of year again, guys. Rumble season is upon us. The AWF Wildcard Rumble, Saturday, May the 27th, at the Phoenix Beer Company in Phoenix, Arizona. All your favorite AWF stars and the traditional annual 20-person over-the-top rope Wildcard Rumble match. Get your tickets at AWFlive.com and all of our socials. This one's bound to be another sellout. Are you looking to become a professional wrestler? We'll train like a champion at the Arizona Wrestling Federation Academy. Learn everything you need to know to start your journey into professional wrestling. Enroll at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in the AWF Insider Podcast. I am Gabriel Anders, and I'm glad that you can join us here today for the AWF Insider Podcast. If you want to listen to past episodes, head on over to awflive.com, and you can check out the past episode section. We've had an in-depth interview with Chubby Depp. We've had an in-depth interview with AWF owner Jared, and just last week, we had an in-depth interview with current AWF Heavyweight Champion Watson. As he really sort of took it to a few of the members on the roster and pulled no punches. So great stuff. Check it out on the roster. We're glad we can join you here today. So we are taking a look now. Without any further ado, let's get right into what I promised you here. So we are looking at 5 AWF stars that could potentially win the 2023 Wildcard Rumble. So, of course, there's an article on awflive.com that should be popping up there. You should have access to that already. And then I'm just going to go a little bit more in depth on just why the rationale is that we're thinking here. So, okay, let's start off here. We're going to go in no particular order. But I think one name that really jumps out, and remember too, we've only had one individual approved, announced, and confirmed to actually enter. So that means there's 29 other spots. So these names, their potential, their perspective right now, because we don't really know if they'll be entered or not. If they've entered, some of them we suspect, highly suspect that they have, but we'll know more as we get closer to the event. So, but the first one, I would imagine has to, just given his recent history, has to be looking into getting a spot and a way to rocket himself back into the conversation for the AWF Heavyweight Championship. He's had countless attempts within the last couple of years at the AWF Heavyweight Championship. He's even held it for a brief period. Most recently, he was attempting to win it from Chubby Depp to no avail. And that, of course, by now, if you don't know who I'm talking about, he is the king of AZ from Oceanside, California himself. Loved by few, hated by pretty much all the rest, Chris Evans. And when you think about Chris Evans, you're talking about he is the first ever AWF Heavyweight Champion. He is a 2-time AWF Heavyweight Champion. He's one of the first ever AWF Unleashed champions. I guess technically would be an Unleashed Wrestling champion back before the merger of Unleashed and Arizona Wrestling Federation. And the accolades go on and on and on. Countless matches, countless big-time marquee matches, many victories in the Arizona Wrestling Federation, and he's been in the game almost a full 10 years in the Arizona Wrestling Federation. So if there is anybody in the roster that I could pick as not even a dark horse, but just I would say a strong candidate to take it all in the AWF Wildcard Rumble, Chris Evans. Chris Evans is a strong bet to put your money on. Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only, and my picks are not ones that you should run to Vegas for, but strongly consider, and I know what I'm talking about, Chris Evans, strong candidate. He might be my pick to win the Wildcard Rumble this year. So, another one that I wanted to go ahead and touch on, new Unleashed champion, Moxie Strokes. Moxie's been very impressive in their first matches. They've come on strong in their debut. Just beat Ricky Rayez, albeit with a little bit of distraction, with a little bit of help, if you will, from Watson. But one thing you have to remember with this Wildcard Rumble match is that there are no disqualifications, there are no rules, there is a multitude of distractions. We're talking about 30 competitors, a raging building full of AWF Fan Nation fans. Like, there is going to be distraction all over. So one thing Moxie showed is that they're able to take advantage and keep their mind while distractions going on, because Moxie could have very well have been distracted themselves by Watson coming out, but they were able to keep their mind, keep their wits about them, and take advantage of the situation to legally and obtain the AWF Unleashed Championship. So Moxie Strokes, number 2 on the list. Number 3, state champion Paradox. What can you say? Paradox has gone with Chris Evans through wars. Paradox has battled up and down with some of the best talent on the roster, and successfully defended the AWF State Championship. Paradox all but put Nick Xander out of action in the 3 stages of Hell match. We still haven't seen him back since. So Nick Xander's gone at the hands of Paradox. Paradox just beat Damian Drake. Paradox has been riding a hot red streak of momentum as of late, and has a new counterpart too, which could play an advantage in Bane Pryor. So this is one that very well could be one to watch. And of course, Paradox, former Unleashed champion, current AWF State champion, definitely has been itching. This is about the time before, with the amount of time that he has held the AWF State Championship. Rumor is buzzing around the back that he is itching for more, as he always is. So always itching, that Paradox, itching for more. So Paradox, another definite shot for the AWF Wildcard Rumble winner. Another one, Ray Black, a former, what people kind of tend to forget, is Ray Black won the AWF State Champion. Speaking of the state championship, very young in his career. Ray Black has put together an impressive string of victories. Ray Black has put together an AWF State successful AWF State Championship run. Ray Black has defeated the former AWF Heavyweight Champion Chubby on multiple occasions. Defeated him in his own match at Chubby Chip Challenge. Ray Black has been successful just winning the AWF Tag Team Championships 2 months ago or 3 months ago. Very recently, so was not able to hold on to them with Austin Cole at Ascension. Ended up losing them to the team of Aerospace. But Ray Black, definitely one to consider, and could certainly be one of those shining stars that you don't anticipate earning that wild card spot. And can you imagine what that would do for Ray Black's career if he was able to obtain a heavyweight championship match, presumably against Watson? But we'll see if he ends up defending the championship or not. But I think for all of these, you have to presume that it'll be against Watson. The number one first announced, and and it's funny is I'm hearing strong rumors. Once been confirmed, I'm hearing rumors for Ray as well. On the other side of that team, Austin Cole. Austin Cole suffered an injury earlier in his career, but has certainly rebounded. He has the athleticism to go as long as it needs in a match like this. That certainly running out of gas is not your friend, and Austin Cole is somebody who doesn't typically run out of gas. When you're riding on a horse, there's not much use for gas anyway, right? So, but the athleticism of this young competitor, and I think the adrenaline from being the first announced, is really going to play a heavy factor into Austin Cole. And then one other, just before we get into the break here, for honorary mention, Damian Drake, if he were to choose to enter this AWF Wildcard Rumble, could definitely surprise a lot of people. I know that he seemed more fun-loving, more colorful, and is a totally rad dude as of late. Looks like he might have been transported back to the 80s with all his fluorescent colors, and he's been resembling the lobby of a Del Taco restaurant as of late. For those of you on the West Coast or familiar with the Del Taco, a lot of pastels, a lot of bright neon colors, and a lot of triangle design. Del Taco never left the 80s, so I wonder if maybe that's where the time warp happened for Damian Drake. But nonetheless, colorful, fun, whatever the case may be, Damian Drake has been very impressive in his recent showing since returning back to the Arizona Wrestling Federation. So, food for thought if he enters. There's another wild card. No pun intended, or pun intended, whichever you say. So, that's the list plus a little bonus entry into the list right now. So we'll be right back here on the AWF Insider Podcast. On the other side of the break, I have Chubby Depp, and I am Gabriel Anders. We'll be right back. Did you know that you can bring the action of the Arizona Wrestling Federation to your fundraiser, festival, birthday party, or private event? Wrestlers like Chubby Depp, Viva Van, Brittany Brooks, Paradox, Alric Reiner, that's right, the stars of the Arizona Wrestling Federation, wherever you want them. For more information, contact us at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com or any of our social media platforms. Wrestlers subject to availability, some blackout dates apply. Contact us for details. It's that time of year again, guys. Rumble season is upon us. The AWF Wildcard Rumble, Saturday, May the 27th, at the Phoenix Beer Company in Phoenix, Arizona. All your favorite AWF stars and the traditional annual 20-person over-the-top rope Wildcard Rumble match. Get your tickets at awflive.com and all of our socials. This one's bound to be another sellout. Are you looking to become a professional wrestler? Well, train like a champion at the Arizona Wrestling Federation Academy. Learn everything you need to know to start your journey into professional wrestling. Enroll at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Gabriel Anders. You're listening to the AWF Insider Podcast, and I have a special guest on here tonight. I have Chubby Depp, AWF star, who wanted to, with all the happenings since Ascension, going into the Wildcard Rumble, just wanted to join us here today and give a few items you wanted to cover. Chubby, thank you so much for coming on, and let's get right into it, shall we? What's on your mind? What did you want to come on and let the fan nation know here?
You know, Gabe, there's been so much going on since Ascension, so much. I haven't gotten much rest. So many things running through my mind. I can't even get a hold of my best friend right now. You know, to ask him why he got involved in mine and Watson's championship match. You know, I'm being accused of sabotaging the second rope that broke in the ring. You know, there's so many things on my mind, man. And first I want to, touch on Ricky. Ricky, yeah, man, I told you, stay out of these matches. There's a reason why I need you to stay out of these matches. This last month at Ascension, you interfered, man. There was a disqualification. I didn't get the championship back. I didn't win one for the boys and the girls. I didn't win one for the fans. And that's just been driving me nuts, Rick. You haven't answered my calls, man. I'm trying to squash this. You know, I've gone to your house. I've knocked on your door, man, and you're nowhere to be found. You got to give me a call back, bro. It's ridiculous, man. And then I see you online, Rick. I see you online. I see the people commenting under your posts. I see Chris Evans. I see Aiden Cole. I see Alverick Reiner, commenting, telling you that you did the right thing, Rick. Come on, man. You know what's right and what's wrong, Rick. And I love you, brother. And, we're friends, man. We've been through hell and back. And, I don't hate you. And I know you don't hate me, man. And you got to give me a call, bro. You really do got to give me a call.
Yeah, so for those of you who may not be acquainted, just to fill you in, Ricky Rayez interfered in Chubby, Depp, and Watson's AWF Heavyweight Championship match, thus costing Chubby Depp the title opportunity and helping, I guess, indirectly helping Watson retain the AWF Heavyweight Championship. Ricky Rayez has been, as I had mentioned when I spoke with Watson, has since been fined. That is the discipline that was enacted for his involvement in the match. And I don't have the amount. It was an undisclosed amount, but action has been taken. So you're saying you haven't been in contact? You haven't been able to reach Ricky at all? We asked him to come on when he mentioned wanting to come on just to see his side, but we didn't receive any response. But you haven't heard from him at all since then?
No, man. No, like I said, I've gone to his house, man. I've knocked on his door to try to get what's going through his head. I've called him multiple times. I get his voicemail. He's not fitting the vibe right now. I don't. This is unlike Ricky. And I know that Ricky gets when Ricky gets mad, man, he gets mad. He shuts the whole world out. But right now, I do wish we were on good terms. I wish we were on talking terms because I wish I could see the look on his face when he finds out that the Arizona Wrestling Federation is charging him a cash fine for his interference. As they should, because like I said, Ricky had no business out there. But if I know anything about my boy, man, is that he loves his buddy. So he's going to be pissed. Maybe he won't talk to me for even longer now because of this.
Right. Yeah, that might be the way to get his attention. I'm not sure if they've given him notification, but I'm sure once we receive it, the AWF officials we'll hear from him. That's for sure. But yeah, because I also wanted to get his retort on Watson, because Watson had some not the kindest words, I guess, for Reyes, and Watson had not the kindest words for you either. As you had mentioned, he accused you of doctoring the ring, and enlisting Ricky to get involved. Do you have any comments? Did you hear Watson's words on the podcast last week? Were you able to get a listen
to that? I listened to that podcast over and over, man. I listened to everything he did say. Firstly, he accuses me of sabotaging the ring. The only thing that he got right, Gabriel, is that I was eating a honey bun before the show, because who doesn't love honey buns? He's right. I think
I'm with you on that one. That's one of my pre-show treats. So that's. I know we've dipped into the same supply, if you will, from time to time. Show, but
its stash getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, well, I'll just ask you point blank then. With the fan nation wants to know, especially after the accusations that were put out by Watson and the rest of the faction, did you sabotage the ring?
I did not, man. Why would I sabotage the only opportunity that I had to get this championship back? I know Ricky's hatred for the faction, for Watson, for Fresco. Why would I have him come out and intentionally cost me the championship? It just doesn't make sense. Makes no sense. I'm sure Watson had something in maybe doing something to the ring. Watson's not a dumb guy. That's the reason he's Grand Slam Watson, because he's not a dumb guy. He knows what he's doing at all times. And now he's saying that class is dismissed, that he's done with me. Gabriel, I am not done with Watson. I'm not done with the Arizona Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. You know how many people said that I didn't deserve that championship when I won it? You know how many people said that it wasn't my time, Gabriel? You know how many people were rooting for me month after month to lose that championship? This time around, I have something to prove, Gabe, that I'm not just a fluke champion, that I do deserve to be on top of the food chain at the Arizona Wrestling Federation. You know, if I would have lost 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, okay, I'm done. Class is dismissed, Watson. Fine. To the back of the line I go. But unfortunately, these last 2 times have not gone my way. I get disqualified in one. And the last one, I went through a 30-minute cage match and then hit with not 1, but 2 spears to lose it. All I need is one more shot. I don't know what Watson wants. If he wants my hair, he can have it. If he wants me never to team with Ricky again, if he wants me out of the Arizona wrestling scene, I don't know if that's what he wants. Whatever he wants, he can have. I just need one more championship match. And I've been trying to message management. I've been trying to call management. I even threw my hat in for the Wildcard Rumble and they denied me. All I need is one match, Gabriel. Who do I need to talk to get that one more match? What do I need to put on the line?
Well, I would say I know that a good majority of the office listens week in and week out here to the Insider Podcast. So I'd say you have the space here as we're getting towards the end of our time. But I suppose if you had, if you could ask them for anything, or if you could tell them anything, the AWF officials and management, I suppose this is a better venue than any, Chubby. What would you say? You have the floor.
AWF management, whatever you guys want, whatever Watson wants, I'll do. I just need one more match, one more championship match to prove that I am the best in Arizona wrestling, that I am the number one guy, that this wrestling scene today in 2023 is for all the fans, for all the boys in the back, to have a champion that they could be proud of. A champion that's not going to cheat their way to the top. A champion that's not going to hold people down, that'll give the opportunities that are needed. We don't move forward to the next 10 years of AWF, Gabe, just in this same pattern. I need one more shot.
Well, there you have it, folks. Chubby Depp not done questing after the Arizona Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. AWF officials and management, I suppose, check your inbox, check your email, check your messages, and well, here you have it on a public forum. Chubby Depp asking for one more shot, one more definitive shot at the Arizona Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. That's going to about do it. That's all the time we have. So we'll have to fill you in next week on any developments. Chubby, good luck to you, sir. I hope you hear a response from AWF officials, at least one way or another, so that you have some sort of idea coming soon. From the AWF Wildcard Rumble, and that takes place Saturday, May the 22nd, May the 27th at the Phoenix Beer Company. And that is going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. So get your tickets now at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com, AWFLive.com, any of our socials. Remember, subscribe to this podcast, the AWF Insider Podcast. We're here week in and week out with all the AWF news and happenings. And you can, of course, follow us on YouTube. It is posted there as well. Spotify's a little bit quicker, as well as AWFLive.com. But get it on the YouTube when it hits as well, so that it's available in many different formats. We're growing a new channel, at least at a minimum, each and every week. So thank you so much for listening to the AWF Insider Podcast this week. We will join you, or we hope you join us next week on the AWF Insider Podcast. And Chubby Depp, thank you very much again for joining, and I hope you hear something from the AWF officials soon.
I hope so, Gabe. Talk to your boys.
All right, absolutely. I will send the word in, and hopefully they'll be listening right here today. So thank you all for listening again. This is Gabriel Anders. I'm with Chubby Depp, and this is the AWF Insider Podcast. Until next week, thank you so much for listening, and good night. Did you know that you can bring the action of the Arizona Wrestling Federation to your fundraiser, festival, birthday party, or private event? Wrestlers like Chubby Depp, Viva Van, Brittany Brooks, Paradox, Alric Ryder, that's right, the stars of the Arizona Wrestling Federation, wherever you want them. For more information, contact us at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com or any of our social media platforms. Wrestlers subject to availability, some blackout dates apply. Contact us for details. It's that time of year again, guys. Rumble season is upon us. The AWF Wildcard Rumble, Saturday, May the 27th, at the Phoenix Beer Company in Phoenix, Arizona. All your favorite AWF stars and the traditional annual 20-person over-the-top rope Wildcard Rumble match. Get your tickets at AWFlive.com and all of our socials. This one's bound to be another sellout. Are you looking to become a professional wrestler? We'll train like a champion at the Arizona Wrestling Federation Academy. Learn everything you need to know to start your journey into professional wrestling. Enroll at ArizonaWrestlingFederation.com today.